There is the Massey Ferguson, I'll show you, is coming to FS. So, and this is the equipment that when I farmed, and so I got everything here that's included in the pack. And so we'll start down here. A good pack. It's Black Sheep Modding is who brought it out initially on FS17, but he's been so busy, from what I understand, trying to get two other guys, two friends of his, to finish converting it for FS19. But let's go in here first. Let me go back to the beginning of it. It's a pretty good sized pack, as you can, and we will look at, and let's go and start. I'm going to start right here with the plow. Actually, let's come back, and this is the plow, one of them. It's that one there, 160, and there it is. It's a four foot plow, four row plow rather. That's an old. It don't flip. You have to, with this one, it works like the old ones. You start on one side of the field and go out and go to the middle and go back up. It all works, uses the same. It takes longer, but the next one here, let's see, I don't know if that is the SD-2. Let's go in the pack here and find SD-2. I think it's at the beginning. There it is. It is a 1975 plow. That other one, by the way, where is it? It's from 1985. It's an 85 plow, and this was one even older. This is classic Massey Ferguson stuff. This is a 1975 plow, three row plow, chisel plow is what this is, or 3 foot chisel plow is what we call it. And the next one here, let me get on the back side where we can read it, is a 23, and that is, let's go back here, it's toward the beginning too. There it is, a 1970 cultivator, but look, got curled almost like what we used to call a peanut plow, but it works really well. I've been using, that's mine. I bought that piece. A lot of the rest of this I leased, but I'm using that on this particular map over there in that field. What is that? I'll tell you in a minute. Field 45. I got a little bit more to plow over there with it. I'm gonna cultivate with it. Really good cultivator. All right. Next is the baling equipment that you get with this pack. It is a Massey Ferguson. What's the number? Well, MF5. I didn't see that on this. Oh, there it is. MF5. And it is, well, there it is. It is a 1990 square baler. And in my opinion, and you see it only needs, horsepower wise, it only needs 85 horsepower. Best baler, square baler I ever used on 17 for sure. And if it's coming in, when it gets to 19, it will be my pick for square baler. Look how wide the pickup is on it. Same thing with this round baler. Look at him. That's the 125 round baler. And something else. See the rustic color? I don't know when this comes out on 19 whether they're gonna try to keep the same color. I would hope so. That's a worn look, and that's the actual Massey color. The red that we see on Massey now is not. It's too bright. The Massey is a kind of looks would be more consistent with in the 19 version game of the Hardy red. It's kind of a faded red, rustic red or something like that. That's Massey. But anyway, this round, but these balers are something. and that is the round baler right there. It is. It doesn't tell you what down at the bottom what year it is, but it's probably close to the same as that square baler. A 1990 one would be my guess. Yeah. Anyway, next thing is the bale trailer. Now it's not an auto load. You have to manually load this, but you can get it with or without. Let me take you in here. There it is right there. That's a 1989 bale trailer. But you can get it with or without ladders. Now this is 17, so they're not going to show you it with. It's not as, don't go into detail, as much detail as it does on 19, but you can get it flat. In other words, you can get it with this on the front and back or without. If you're going to use, and it does have straps, and they will strap down. I've had as many as 36 round bales, I believe. Wait a minute, no, 6 times 3, 18, excuse me. 18 round bales stacked up in here, strapped 3 times high, in other words. And it's a good trailer. Next is the Massey Ferguson 11, which is, let's see where that's at. It's probably back here. Yeah, 11 is a 1970 fertilized spreader. It has 20 meters is what so it's and a meter is like 3.3, so I got a calculator right here, folks. I'll tell you what that is in footage. 20 divided by 3.3. No, wait a minute. 20 divided by 3. No. 20 well, let's do it this way. It's what it needs, and I'm not sure exactly what the horsepower. You could pull it with these smallest tractor. It doesn't, and it holds 500. That'll last longer than you think it will. Anyway, next, let's go in here because it was right beside it in here. There it is. That is a T5, I mean a 1.5, excuse me, -2. That is a log grabber. You know, it's a pretty good log grabber for an old school one. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It'll pick up a pretty good size log. I've used them picking up smaller stuff. Next on the list is the Massey planter. And this is a Massey, it's a 30. Let me show you it in the pack here. There it is. It's a 1970 planter, a sower machine. You can sow fields. And yeah, you can sow wheat. That, to me, some of you old school farmers will know what I'm talking about. It looks like a wheat driller, which that is what it can plant, one of the things. Wheat, barley, soybean, what did it say? Wheat, barley, canola, soybean, grass, and I don't know what that other symbol is there. We'll have to look here to see. I don't remember what that, oh, oilseed radish. Yeah, it's a sower, a driller. It just drills, and it doesn't fertilize, I do not believe. Let me go back and look again. No, it just fertilizes. It has a width of 4 meters, which is about, let's see, which is about 13 feet, a little over. Anyway, that's the planter that comes in this bag. 3-point hitch hookup, good planter. Now we come to the front end loader. Let me see if it's on this side here. It should be. It's the MF80, yeah. Let's go in here, and it should be right. Yeah, here we go. It's a 1980. This is the 1980 version of, and it hooks to the 600 series or the tractor I got over there. I'll show you. But and there's 4 things that you can get. You can get these 2. One is a pallet fork and one is a bale fork. You can get this with the teeth or without. And you can get, I don't know if you can, it's kind of hard to see. The teeth on it there. You can get that bucket without. That bucket holds, I'm going the wrong way, folks, 2,000 pounds, liters, or 2 tons. That's in fact, the other one, the fork with graffle, holds, that's good for silage, 2 tons, based on the game here. Alright, and there's your, like I say, there's your front end loader that goes on. It goes on, I have it hooked on this tractor right here. This is mine. This 3090 right here on the end is mine with the dual wheels. I had it, you can see I got the brackets right there to hook it up with. Anyway, next is the trailers, the tipper trailers that come with this. And I'm gonna come around here where you can see you have a 110, and I have 2 of those, and then I have a 140. There's 2 different models. Let me show you. You can see this one here. The second one is a little bit taller than the bottom, and that's because when you go in to get it, here's the, well, that's the big one. Where's the smaller one? There's the smaller one. The 110, it holds 10,000, but wide load wall, that's what this wall is. Well, if I can get up there on it, let me go to the, there we go. That's what that is. It doesn't hold any more capacity wise. It's for wide load. And the same thing with the 114 right here, or the 140 rather. It holds 14,000. I just had, there it is. But you can do it the same way. I didn't get one, but you can do it the same way. It holds 14,000 or 14 tons or 14,000 pounds, however you want to say it. All right, and this is one of the weights. Let me go to it here. Right there, it is the big weight, 2,500 kgs. I have a 600 kg one too that I keep on the front of my tractor, but I have taken it off. I'll show it to you. It's down on the other end down here. And then we'll go across and look at the harvesters. There is the 600 kg. That one. Yep. Now let's go over and we'll look at the tractors last. We're going to look at the harvesters next. Let me go in here and show you. And the head is a 27-foot head that's on it. It doesn't tell you what year, but my guess is somewhere around in the late 70s and early 80s. That's what it looks like. It's very similar to the one I used to drive. I mean, when I farmed. It's very similar. Let me get in here and open it up. So, see right down in there. And now I hope another thing that may be improved with this arm is plenty long enough, but you see it's not at the top of the combine. It's halfway. Kind of a little bit awkward about. It works good with these trailers over here because they're not very tall. Even with the extension on the top of these trailers, it was still emptying them really well. Now, and that's the whole. And you see, this is a 2-wheel drive trailer. I mean, a combine. This ain't a 4-wheel drive. It's a. And then this head is 27-foot cut and grain head. This is the only combine head that comes in this pack, but it's 27 foot. But let's see, there it is right there. Yeah, and you see it's 6 meters or 27 foot. But if we go out and go to grain heads, there are a couple others that would work with this. Howsomever, that one there will, and it's only a 7.6 meter, and it's only 25 foot. That one will is 7 meters. Let's see. I don't know if that one will or not. No, none of the rest will. No, that one won't. That's 35 foot. And that's 40 foot. No. But those are end games. This 27 foot one is one that came with it. Next thing, oh wait a minute, let's go back now. The next thing are tow behind harvesters or forage harvesters. The Massey Ferguson 260. Let's take a look at that in here. In the pack. There it is. It's a 1970. This machine can harvest the indicated fruit type. I'm not sure what fruit type that is. Let me look, because this I haven't played this game in a while, so maybe it's chaff is what it looks like. You know, it chaffs. It's a tow behind chaffer. That's what. Well, I'm going the wrong way. Pardon me. For corn, yeah, it chaffs. It's 1970s, and the one right beside it is 200, which is in here too. And it does straw. It's a 1970. It picks up grass. I don't know about. It'll pick up grass and hay, and I don't know if it cuts it or just picks it up. I think it just picks it up. Anyway. And then this thing here, the Massey Ferguson 885. It looks like a miniature harvester, but it's a combine with that head on it, but it's not. It's got a separate head, and I'm going to show you. Oh, well. We got to go all the way to the end. It is a 1974 mower. It cuts grass, and the head that it uses is also a 1974 version head. Cuts grass. It's 5 meters. Well, 5 times 3.3 is what? 5. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. 5 is about 16.5 feet is the distance that head from one side of it. And the neat thing about this is, and I wish I had some grass. I can't really, let me see. I'm in season, so it's at 33%. I could cut it and show you, but it actually puts it in a nice tight windrow. And it goes it cuts at 12 mile an hour, 10 to 12 mile an hour, depending on, and it's really, I mean, It's got teeth on it there, you see. It cuts and it slings it out back here. I have, and there's a hitch on the back of this, I have had this square baler, and I've cut and baled at the same time with a square baler. It will do it. The only thing is when you have that baler hooked to it, and you go to turn or something like that, you might miss some, and you can't unhook it. It's a little bit awkward, but it'll work. It works. And last but not least, in this section, this is a trailer. You can haul this head on with it. It's a header trailer, or this head. There's no straps on it though, oddly enough. There's hooks for them, but again, this is old school, no straps. You do have a hazard light there. I mean, this is a, and I'm going to start with this one down here and work my way across. Let's go into, let's see. This is a 1972 tractor. I never, to be honest with you folks, I never knew Massey made one with tracks, like bulldozer tracks, but it doesn't even have a steering wheel. I mean, and I've got it. You know, this is the metal you see on it has forestry. If you go into it, you can put front loader on it, and I got it at max horsepower, which is 88, or you can have it at 66. Design, guard, and cover, which is what oh no, wait a minute. I got, yeah, guard and cover, that's what I have. It's for forestry. And that, but this is a neat little something to have. I mean, you can put a front end loader on, I believe, can't you? Yeah. So you could put, oh, whoa, what happened? Okay, yeah, you could put this red front end loader here. You could attach it to the front of that, like if you're doing cows and what. I mean, that would be the perfect little tractor. Any of these really, but especially that one. Next on the list is the 699. Let me show you in game here. And this one is the two-wheel drive. And it's maxes out at about 90. And you actually have a license tag here, FS979MO. Right. 3-point hitch on the back. You can get it with a triangle and this is the 4-wheel drive version, but you can get the 2-wheel drive version, the same as the 4. Both of these are maxed out, the same horsepower. Yeah, this is 600, and I got it. You can go all the way up to 95 horsepower, which is 699. And that's what these two here, let me get to the front here, are. It's a 4-wheel drive and a 2-wheel drive. I like the 2-wheel drive. That's what what I use when I'm farming. So here's the ones, here they are with the cabs. Same tractor. These are the ones with cabs. And these aren't. Notice I've got dual wheels. You can put dual wheels on any of these except the tracks one. You can't put any dual wheels on it. And here's the 4-wheel drive version of the 3090 that I'm using here. And this is my tractor here with the dual wheel. It is, and you see I've got the forestry cage on that too, and you can put a warning triangle on any of these. But this is the equipment that you will get, we're going to get in that pack. Hopefully all of it, all of what you see here will be in the pack that comes out, the MF pack that comes out and is being converted to come out for FS19. Like I said, this is the one that came out on 17, and from what I'm being told, it's the same pack. You know, I like the combine there because it's a nice combine for an older combine. But overall, this is a really nice pack, and it's I mean, it's gonna, people that like to play old school, do role playing with old school, this is right up your alley. If you like Massey Ferguson's, that is. But if you don't, then this ain't for you. But you still might like these tractors. They're just ideally looking. I mean, they are. And I mean, I've used this thing here, cutting grass on FS17, and I mean the 4-shear has one similar to this, but it ain't near as good. This one is, you don't have to have a separate head to windrow. It does all of it in one pass, cut and windrow, kind of like the in-game drivable chrome cutter on FS19, that bigger one. It'll cut, if you set it right, it'll do cutting and windrowing at the same time. This one here is that way. Nothing fancy again, remember, it's just old school. But I think this pack, like I say, I think it's definitely going to be huge for FS19. But I mean, it's really going to, and these trailers, they're good. I mean, they're solid. I mean, and I don't know whether you can connect them or not. There's hitches there. I think you might can. I never have. So you might can, like the 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever, and then you can hook a 14,000 to it. Here, I'll tell you, we can find out. Let's go to one of them in here and see if it tells us. Here we go. No, it doesn't show what it hooks to. Anyway, but I'll bet you probably can hook a trailer to that. It's got a ball hitch. I don't know, it might. And what kind of hitch is this? It's that kind of hitch. Loop hitch. But anyway, those are things we'll have to figure out when it comes out on 19, unless you have 17 and can look at it now. I hope they bring you all this out. I mean, I've seen DJ Gohan and FS Club both. They're really excited this is coming out. I thought it already, Black Sheep Modern would already had it out ahead of the John Deere 40 series, but he's been busy on that, so, and getting a couple of maps converted too. So he's turned this over to a couple of his friends. I don't remember their name, I'm sorry, but two of his friends at Mod is the ones that is converting this pack. And I heard DJ Gohan say, hey, his words about this were, it'll be out sooner than you think it will. So that means it may be out within the next week or two. Who knows? But anyway, in any event, this is Farm King saying so long.